A humble abode with a regular wake-up call. It's Mahlatsi Mutiwa's cue to get up, preparing for the day and yearning for guidance.
Ungihola emkhondlweni yokuthula ngenxa legama lakhe. Ngisho noma ngihamba ezigodini zethunzi elimnyama angeke ngesabe lutho ngoba yena unami.
But first, a prayer.
I sometimes cry. I don't speak. I will speak to God and pray that maybe He will give my mother strength that she can buy things for us. He can give her some job so that she can work and give us maybe something to eat.
The pain of going to sleep on an empty stomach weighs heavily on the 16-year-old's mind.
Sometimes I feel like school can open every day, because when I go to school, I don't feel that hunger. I don't feel that pressure of not having food, and I feel like I'm like every child in the school. So my life is simple when I go to school, but sometimes in Saturdays and Sundays, that's where I get some challenges, because I will then look at my mother. She doesn't know what to give me. I sometimes feel sorry for my mother because she's alone. She's a single parent. She doesn't work.
Her neighbor Lehae Ntlake is in grade 12 and will sit for the final year exams next week. Orphaned and raised by his granny, the 18-year-old is a determined matriculant.
Being hungry is something that makes me to believe that one day I will make it in life. I always tell myself that when I make it in life, I will put my granny first before anything.
Just meters away, an outreach center. This is where their peers meet to share their pain.
One thing that comes with going to school on an empty stomach is your teacher is talking and your stomach is grumbling. You don't even hear what the teacher is talking about, and you are thinking, you're sitting there, right there on the desk, on that chair, you're looking at the teacher, but your mind is somewhere else. You're thinking about, what will I eat when I get home?
A mother's desperation worsening the pain.
It's very difficult for a parent to look at their child and the child is hungry and you have nothing to give them. I know the struggle. I'm not a parent, but I know the struggle because I've seen it in my mother's eyes. I've seen it in my little brother's eyes when he's hungry and I have nothing to give to him.
Sometimes I'd go to school with an empty stomach, so I fail to concentrate. And I also face some health issues, which is caused by thinking a lot, having stress and stuff. So that affected me a lot because I had to be hospitalized, and hunger had an impact in all that.
Some even take home the little food they get.
Sometimes when I come here at center, they give us food, so I take that food and bring it home for my younger sister, my granny, for the whole family to eat.
And once schools close, the demand gets high at the center.
During a normal month, when schools are operational, we service around 1,100. However, when the schools are closed and there's no feeding happening at the schools, we service more than 1,500 children per day, twice a day.
Social auxiliary worker Rebecca Ledwaba has worked with the children for almost a decade.
We have so many issues that we face when we do home visit.
Ledwaba is tasked with assessing their living conditions.
They're neglected, like they don't find support. So again, other families will find domestic violence, whereby a mother and father are always fighting. So they isolate themselves many times. So community as well, it takes part in the way of raising these children. So if they are judged by the community because of their poverty, their background, so it also demotivates them.
For these teenagers, no child must miss a meal. They share the same ambition, giving back.
I would like maybe to go to other places and open an orphanage.
I would like to have an organization like this one.
I would love to see other children being helped as I was.
It would be the greatest thing I could do for the world.
different backgrounds, but one thing in common: to derail food insecurity. A goal well focused, one grade at a time. Maageketla Mohlabe, SABC News, Lehae, south of Johannesburg.